Hello student, good morning. I am Dr. Ajay Kumar Sinha, Professor of Chemistry. Today I will discuss some numericals which are tough, and numericals are based on chemical thermodynamics. That is a chapter based on calculation of free energy. Numericals will be based on free energy. Now I am reading the question. Calculate the free energy change for the following reaction at 300 Kelvin. Reaction is given 2CuO solid, that is giving two products Cu2O solid plus half O2 gas, and two things are given that is a delta H and delta S. Delta H is equal to 145.6 kilojoule per mole and delta S is equal to 116 joule per Kelvin per mole. Then what will the value of free energy you have to calculate? Four options are given. First, 110.8 kilojoule per mole. Second, 221.5 kilojoule per mole. Third, 55.4 kilojoule per mole. Fourth, 145.6 kilojoule per mole. Keep a pen and paper with you, okay, so that you can solve it fast. I will give the solution of this problem. That time you can note down. Again I am repeating the question. Calculate the free energy change for the following reaction at 300 Kelvin. Reaction given is 2CuO solid. It is giving product Cu2O solid plus half O2 gas, and given delta H is equal to 145.6 kilojoule per mole and delta S equal to 116 joule per Kelvin per mole. Delta S value is equal to 116 joule per Kelvin per mole and delta H value is equal to 145.6 kilojoule per mole. You have to calculate free energy of the given reaction, and four options are given value for free energy. First, 110.8 kilojoule per mole. Second, 221.5 kilojoule per mole. Third, 55.4 kilojoule per mole, and fourth, 145.6 kilojoule per mole. Solve it. It will take hardly 30 seconds time. Okay, just to think. After that I will tell correct answer and its a solution. Just to think. How will you solve? At least you think that things. Its a correct answer is 110.8 kilojoule per mole. First option is correct. 110.8 kilojoule per mole. How? Now I am giving you solution. Okay, just try to understand, and also if you want, you can note down. You have to calculate free energy at 300 Kelvin, and given reaction is 2CuO cupric oxide, that is solid, and it is giving product cuprous oxide, 2CuO solid plus half O2 gas, and two values are given. Delta H is equal to 145.6 kilojoule per mole, and delta S is equal to 116 joule per Kelvin per mole. How will you solve? Now I am telling you. You have to calculate free energy. Then what is the formula for free energy? Then its formula, you remember, delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S. Then here delta H value is given 145.6. Temperature is also given 300 Kelvin, and delta S value that is given 116 joule per Kelvin per mole. Then see here, important thing is that delta H value is given in kilojoule, but delta S value is given in joule only, joule per Kelvin. Then here you have to convert this joule into kilojoule. Both should be in kilojoule. Then here 116 divided by 1000 you have to do. Then value will get in kilojoule. After that you simplify it. You will get the result. Delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S, that is equal to delta H value is 145.6 minus T into delta S. T is equal to given 300, and S is equal to into S, then S is equal to 116 divided by 1000. This is actually important things, correct? And here other important thing is that reaction, given reaction has no role here. Only for this reaction this data is given. That is only important, that this value is for this reaction only, but given reaction has no role. Okay. Then this is the only 2 points. Due to that, numericals is tough. Okay. First you have to convert the kilojoule, joule in kilojoule, 116 joule, delta S value convert in kilojoule. And second important thing, you should not be nervous by seeing the reaction. Here reaction has no role. Okay. Then now after writing the values, putting the values in formula and converting 116 joule in kilojoule by dividing 1000, just to simplify, then you will get 110.8 kilojoule per mole. 110.8 kilojoule per mole. Okay. Now next question means option A is correct. 110.8 kilojoule per mole. Next question I am telling you. Calculate the temperature at which delta G is equal to minus 5.2 kilojoule per mole. Delta H is equal to 145.6 kilojoule per mole, and delta S is equal to 216 joule per Kelvin per mole for a chemical reaction. Now chemical reaction is not given, okay, because it has no role, only value is importance. Again I am repeating the question. Calculate the temperature at which delta G is equal to minus 5.2 kilojoule per mole. Delta H is equal to 145.6 kilojoule per mole, and delta S is equal to 216 joule per Kelvin per mole for a chemical reaction. These values are for a chemical reaction. Reaction is not given. Then what will be the temperature? 4 options are given. 698 degrees centigrade. Second, 425 degrees centigrade or Celsius, whatever one you can tell. Third option, 650 Kelvin. Fourth option, 650 degrees Celsius or centigrade, whatever you want you can tell. Again, I am repeating the option. 698 degrees C. Second, 425 degrees C. Third, 650 Kelvin. Fourth, 650 C. Okay. Just to think, it will take hardly 20-second time, not more than that. Okay. Then just to think how will you solve it. After that, I will tell correct answer and its solution. At least to think which formula you will use. Its correct answer is 425 degree C. 425 degree C. Okay. How? Now I am telling you. Means option B is correct. But how? How this value came? Then now again you have to use a same formula. That is the delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S. Same formula you have to use. Here delta G, delta H, T and delta S. Out of 4, 3 values are given. Delta G value is given, delta H value is given, delta S value is given. T value you have to calculate. Then here again by putting all this value you can calculate T value. But here again delta S value it is given in joule. Delta S value is given in joule per Kelvin per mole. Then that you have to convert in kilojoule, because other two values delta G and delta H are given in kilojoule. Then this also you convert in kilojoule by dividing 216 by 1000. Correct? Joule is there. Then just to divide by 1000. And then after that, all out of 4, 3 values are knowing. Fourth you can calculate. Means K you can calculate. K means a temperature, not K. Temperature you can calculate. Then delta G value. Delta G value is given minus 5.2 kilojoule. Then minus 5.2 is equal to delta H. Delta H value is given 145.6 minus T you have to calculate into delta S, and delta S is equal to 216 divided by 1000. After that simplification, after simplification you will get 698 Kelvin. You will get, because all are in this set, all values are given in this thing kilojoule, and you will get value in Kelvin. You will get temperature in Kelvin, but answer you will, it is given degrees Celsius, and one is given 650K. Okay, then here this 6 answer is giving after simplification you will get T is equal to 698 Kelvin. Then 698 Kelvin is not given. 698 degrees Celsius is given. Okay, not this things Kelvin. 6 in answer there is no 698 Kelvin. 650K is given, and other are in degrees Celsius. Then just to deduct, convert this Kelvin in degrees Celsius, then you will find 698 minus 273. Then you will get 425 degrees Celsius. 698 Kelvin is there. Then just you know that 273 plus T, that value is called K value. Then 698K is there. Then from that you deduct 273 minus 273. Then you will get 425 degrees Celsius. Okay. Then option B is correct. Then this numerical was also tough. Now I am discussing question based on first law of thermodynamics. I am reading the questions. A system absorbs 10 kilojoule of heat and does 4 kilojoule of work. The internal energy of the system, first option, decreases by 6 kilojoule. Second, increases by 6 kilojoule. Third, decreases by 14 kilojoule. Fourth, increases by 14 kilojoule. Again I am repeating the question. A system absorbs 10 kilojoule of heat and does 4 kilojoule of work. The internal energy of the system, 4 options are given. You have to calculate internal energy of the system. 4 options are there. First, decreases by 6 kilojoule. Fourth, increases by 6 kilojoule. Third, decreases by 14 kilojoule. Fourth, increases by 14 kilojoule. It will take hardly 15 seconds time. Okay, just to think how will you solve, at least that formula you think, formula or concept you apply, how will you get. After that I will tell correct answer and its solution. Just to think. Its a correct answer is increases by 6 kilojoule. 6 kilojoule, option B. What was the question? Question was a system absorbs 10 kilojoule of heat and does 4 kilojoule of work. The internal energy of the system will increase by 6 kilojoule. Correct? How? Now I am telling you. See, Q is equal to heat absorbed is 10 kilojoule and work done is equal to minus 4 kilojoule. Then internal energy delta E is equal to what? Q plus W. Q plus W, then Q is equal to 10 and W is equal to minus 4. W is equal to minus 4 because work has been done. Then how much energy will be remaining in the system? Then 10 minus 4, that is a 6 kilojoule. 6 kilojoule means increases by system increases by 6 kilojoule. Correct? Next question I am telling you. A gas absorbs 250 joule of heat and expands from 1 liter to 10 liter at constant temperature against external pressure of 0.5 atm atmospheric pressure. The value of Q, W and delta E will be respectively. 4 options are given. First option 250 joule, 455 joule, 710 joule. Second 250 joule minus 455 joule minus 205 joule. Third option minus 250 joule minus 455 joule minus 205 joule. Fourth option minus 250 joule 455 joule 205 joule. Okay, again I am repeating the question, listen carefully. A gas absorbs 250 joule of heat and expands from 1 liter to 10 liter at constant temperature against external pressure of 0.5 atm means atmospheric pressure. You have to calculate the value of Q, W and delta E. These values are given. First option Q value is 250, W is 455 and delta is 710 joule. Second option 250 joule minus 455 joule minus 205 joule. Third option minus 250 joule minus 455 joule minus 205 joule. Fourth minus 250 joule 455 joule 205 joule. Just to think how will you calculate. After that I will tell the answer, correct answer and its solution. I will tell the solution as well as answer. Just to think at least how will you solve this problem. Its correct answer is option B. Option B is a correct option. Okay. How that is a 250 joule, 455 joule, minus 455 joule and minus 205 joule means Q value is 250 joule and W value is minus 455 joule and delta E is minus 205 joule. How? Now I am giving you solution. Keep pen and paper with you. here you should use formula W is equal to, means work done is equal to minus P into inside the bracket V2 minus V1, and here Q is equal to 250 joule. 250 joule, because it is given a gas absorbs, question it is given a gas absorbs 250 joule. It means Q is equal to 250. Q is equal to 250 joule. Correct? First answer is correct. You have to calculate value, three value you have to calculate, Q, W and delta E. Then Q value is very clear according to the question, 250 joule, because a gas absorbs 250 joule of heat. Correct? Hence Q is equal to 250 joule and expands from 1 liter to 10 liter. Then V2 is 10 liter, V1 is 1 liter, and pressure is given 0.5 atm. Then formula, because work is done, hence you have to do minus P into in bracket V2 minus V1. Then pressure is 0.5. Pressure is 0.5. Then outside it will be minus 0.5, and in bracket 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 means 9. 9 into 0.5. Then you will get 4.5 liter atmospheric pressure. Correct? Means work done will be 4.5 liter atm. Correct? Because pressure was this thing 0.5 minus 0.5, and volume is final volume is 10, initial volume is 1. In bracket you have written, and 10 minus 1, that is the 9. 9 into 0.5, 4.5 liter atm. Okay. Then now you got the work done. Work done you wanted to calculate, you got the work done. Now delta E you have to calculate. But here you got 4.5 liter atm. Correct? Then 4.5 liter atm. But you have to calculate in joule. This value you have to calculate into joule, because in question it is given in joule, not in liter atm. Options are not given in liter atm. It is given in joule, and so you have to, this value you have to convert in joule. Then for that, what we will do, this 4.5 liter atm you got, that you have to multiply by minus 4.5 you got, that you have to multiply by 101 joule. 101 joule. Then you will get, because this is a relation, 1 liter atmospheric pressure means 1 joule. Then 4.5 means what? 101 into minus 4.5. Then you will get minus 455 joule you will get. Minus 455 joule. Remember, 101 1 liter atm means 101 joule. Then 4.5 liter atm means you have to multiply. Then minus 4.5 into 101 joule, you will get minus 455 joule. Then two answer you got it, Q and W. Now delta E you have to calculate. Delta E. Then delta E, according to the first law of thermodynamics, delta E is equal to Q plus W. Then both value you have to write here. Q is equal to 250 and W is equal to minus 455. Delta is equal to Q plus W. Then W value is how much? Minus 455. Hence, and Q is equal to 250. Then 250 plus is there, but work value is minus, then plus minus minus. Then 250 minus 455. You will get minus 205 joule. After the deduction, you will get minus 205 joule. Okay, and the delta E is equal to minus 205 joule. And the correct answer is option B. 250 joule minus 455 joule minus 205 joule. Now next question I am going to discuss, that is based on efficiency of work done in a heat engine. Now next questions are based on efficiency or work done. Anything you can tell in a heat engine. Now question I am reading. The maximum efficiency of a steam engine operating between 100 and 25 degrees centigrade is: first option 20%, second 22.2%, third 25%, fourth 30%. Again I am repeating the question. The maximum efficiency of a steam engine operating between 100 degrees centigrade and 25 degrees centigrade is: first option 20%, second option 22.2%, third option 25%, fourth option 30%. This question you can solve hardly in 15 seconds, not more than that. Okay, if you are knowing the formula, you can solve it within 15 seconds. Okay, then now you solve it. After that, I will tell the correct answer and its solution. Okay, just to think at least how will you solve. Its correct answer is 22.2%. 2.2%. Actually, you have to think fast. In examination, you will not get the time. Okay. Its correct answer is 22.2%. How we will get? Now I am telling you solution. Then it is based on direct formula. Eta is equal to, eta means efficiency. Efficiency is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T2. Then here all things are given. T2 is equal to 373. It is actually temperature is given degree Celsius. Between 100 degrees Celsius and 25 degree. Then 273 plus 100. Then you will get it in Kelvin. Correct? And 273 plus 100, 373. High temperature. Low temperature is 25 degree, means 273 plus 25, 298. Then now after that you put the value. Then you will get high temperature minus low temperature, means T2 minus T1 divided by T2, means 373 minus 298 divided by 373. Then after whatever time it will take only in just in calculating this simplification it will take time, 5 seconds, 5 to 7 seconds, hardly 10 seconds. Then now after the solution you will get 0.20, that is the 20%. 20% you will get. Okay, its correct answer is not this 22.2. Its correct answer is 20%. Correct, clear cut answer is 378 minus 298 divided by 373. Correct. Then you will get 0.20. Out of 100, how much you will get? 20%. Value is 0.20. Then it is in percentage how much? Then it will be 20%. In 1 degree, this is the, you can say, result 0.20. Then in 100, percentage, in percentage how much? 20% you will get. Okay, hence correct option is first option, 20%, not the second. Okay, 20% correct answer. Now next question I am telling you. A heat engine operating between 227 degrees centigrade and 27 degrees centigrade, 227 degrees centigrade and 27 degrees centigrade absorbs 2 kilocalorie of heat from the 227 degrees centigrade reservoir per cycle. The amount of work done in one cycle is, 4 options are given. First option 0.4 kilocalorie, second 4 kilocalorie, third 0.8 kilocalorie, fourth 8 kilocalorie. Again you listen carefully, question I am reading. A heat engine operating between 227 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius absorbs 2 kilocalorie of heat from 227 degrees Celsius reservoir per cycle. The amount of work done in one cycle is, first option 0.4 kilocalorie, second 4 kilocalorie, third 0.8 kilocalorie, fourth 8 kilocalorie. This question you can solve maximum, it will take 15 second time. Just to think, after that I will tell correct answer and its explanation. Just to think it. Its correct answer is 0.8 kilocalorie. 0.8 kilocalorie. How? Means option C is correct. How? Now I am telling you. Listen carefully. Here again same formula you have to use. Eta is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T2. This formula also you can write eta is equal to W, means work done, W divided by Q2. Okay, same things you can tell in two ways. Eta is equal to W, means work done, divided by Q2, means heat absorbed, and that is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T2, same formula. Okay, and now here W is not given, work done, but Q is given. Q is given, 2 kilocalorie it has absorbed is given. Then W upon Q2. Actually then you have to calculate the amount of work done, means W you have to calculate. W you have to calculate. Then W is not given. Then eta is equal to W upon Q2. W we have to calculate. Q2 value is given 2. Then that is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T2. Both are related. W upon Q2, that is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T2. Correct? And that is equal to eta efficiency. Then here W have to calculate. The W value is not given. W divided by 2. Q value is given 2. Q2. That is equal to high temperature is given. And here again you have to convert it into Kelvin. Degree Celsius is given. 227 degrees Celsius is high temperature. Then 227 plus 273. it will get 500, and another less value is given how much? 27, then 273 plus 27, 300. Correct? The now value you put in the formula, then you will get W divided by 2 is equal to 500 minus 300 divided by 500. Correct? As simply you have put all the value. Then now after the simplification, you will get W value, because all value are knowing, except W, all values are you are knowing. Hence after the simplification, you will get W is equal to 0.8 kilocalorie. Cross multiplication you have to do. You will get W is equal to 0.8 kilocalorie. That is the option C is correct. Option C is correct. Next question, I am telling you, what percent T1 is of T2 for heat engine whose efficiency is 10%? Very good question. What percent T1 is of T2 for a heat engine whose efficiency is 10%? Okay. First option 80%, second option 90%, third 10%, fourth 100%. Again I am repeating the question. What percent T1 is of T2 for a heat engine whose efficiency is 10%? First option 80%, second option 90%, third option 10%, fourth option 100%. Just you think, how will you solve? At least formula you think, which formula you will apply, or concept. Okay, that you can do in so less time. And this question you can solve hardly within 15 seconds. If your concept is clear, formula you are knowing then 15%. If you do calculation fast in exam, if you want to solve all question, then you have to go very fast. Okay. Then just you think, how will you get? After that I will tell the correct answer and its a solution. Its correct answer is 90%. 90%. Option B is correct, 90%. How? Now I am telling you, listen carefully. This question is also based on same formula. Same formula. Eta is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by T2. Here just you can simplify this formula, T2 minus T1 divided by T2. This also you can write as T2 upon T2 minus T1 upon T2. You can write like this. T2 minus T1 divided by T2. You can write T2 upon T2 minus T1 upon T2. And T2 will you cancel. You will get 1 minus T1 upon T2. Then you have to calculate actually T1 upon T2. This you have to calculate. Then T1 upon T2 will be what? Then 1 minus eta. 1 minus T1 upon T2 is equal to eta. Then what will be the value for T1 upon T2? Then it will be 1 minus eta, that is equal to T1 upon T2. Correct? Just simply you have to bring T1 upon T2 to the left side, and eta you bring it to the right side. Then T1 upon T2 is equal to 1 minus eta. Then here eta value is given. Eta value that is according to the question you read, what percentage of T1 is of T2? That's why you have T1 upon T2 are calculating. For heat engine whose efficiency is 10%, means eta is equal to 10%, means 10 divided by 100 means 0.1. Then T1 upon T2 is equal to 1 minus 0.1. 10% means 10 divided by 100. Then you will get 0.1. Then 1 minus 0.1, that is 0.9. And 0.9 means 90%. 0.9 means 90%. Hence correct option is 90%. Option B is correct. Now next question I am telling you, that is a miscellaneous question of thermodynamics. Miscellaneous questions. Okay. Now I am reading the question. Heat of dissociation of benzene to element. Benzene to element is 5535 kilojoule per mole. The bond enthalpies of carbon-carbon single bond, carbon-carbon double bond, and carbon-hydrogen are, that value is given. Carbon-carbon single bond, its value is given 347.3. Carbon-carbon double bond, its value is given 615. And carbon hydrogen, that value is given 416.2 kilojoule. All are in kilojoule respectively. Heat of dissociation of benzene. Heat of dissociation of benzene to elements. TO2, two elements is 5535 kilojoule, means 5535 kilojoule per mole. The bond enthalpies of carbon-carbon single bond, carbon-carbon double bond, and carbon-hydrogen single bond are 347.3, 615.0, and 416.2 kilojoule respectively. Resonance energy of benzene is, you have to calculate resonance energy of benzene. First option 1.51 kilojoule, second 15.1 kilojoule, third 151 kilojoule, fourth 1511 kilojoule, 1511 kilojoule. Correct. Just to think how will you solve this problem. After that I will tell correct answer and its solution. At least you think how will you solve, concept you apply. Okay, formula you remember. This will be problem will be solved on concept basis only. Formula also you have to apply. Now you think, after that I will tell correct answer and its solution. It will take hardly 20 second time. 20 second. Its correct answer is 151 kilojoule. 151 kilojoule. Okay, this is correct answer. But now how this value will come, I am telling you. You have to read the question carefully. Heat of dissociation of benzene. Two elements means benzene has been dissociated into element like carbon-carbon, carbon-hydrogen, correct? Carbon-carbon double bond. It has, after heating, after dissociation benzene, you know that in benzene all bonds are joined to each other, double and single bond. In benzene CCC, all carbons are joined by alternate double and single bond, and alternate carbon is joined by hydrogen. CH bond is also there. Benzene structure you have no C6H6. All 6 carbons are joined together to each other by alternate single and double bond. Correct? And each carbon is joined with hydrogen. Hence 3 type of bonds are there: carbon carbon single bond, carbon carbon double bond, and carbon and hydrogen. Then that value is given. Then you have to calculate resonance energy. Then what you have to do? Because 6 carbons are there, C6H6. Then for a bond formation, either double or single, total 3 CC, like that 3 bonds are there. 6 carbon, you can divide it by 2, because for bond formation 2 carbon is required. Then 3 bonds will be there, either carbon carbon single bond or carbon carbon double bond, and a carbon hydrogen bond is also there. Then now you have to calculate values of heat of dissociation of. Then now CC bond will break. Carbon carbon 3 carbon carbon bond is there in benzene, 3. Then 3 into CC bond. Correct? The CC bond value is given 347.3 into 3. Then now carbon carbon bond single bond broken. Now carbon carbon double bond is there, 3 bonds are there in benzene, double bond. Then this bond also have to break. Then 3 carbon carbon double bond, that value is given 615. Then 3 into 1615. Correct? This is the second. Third, C and H bond also you have to break. Then here 6 CH bond is there. Every carbon hydrogen bond is attached, and 1 CH bond, that value is given 416.2. Then 6 bonds are there. Then how much heat it will evolve? Then 6 you multiply by 6 into 416.2. Then now they will all convert into carbon only. Okay. Then value of heat of dissociation. Now add all 3 parts, you add 3 into Cc plus 3 into Cc double bond plus 6 into CH bond. All you value add. Then you will get 1041.9 from 3 into carbon carbon single bond, and 1845 you will get, that is the 3 into carbon carbon double bond, you will get 1845, and third 6 into CH bond, you will get 2497.2. You add all, you will get 5384.1 5384.1 kilojoule. Correct? And the correct answer is resonance energy you will get from this value. This actually it is given in question. This the heat of dissociation, full heat of dissociation value is given 5535 value is given. Correct? Then this value, and now 5384, you minus it from 5535 heat of dissociation of benzene. Its value is given 5535 in question, and now you got heat of dissociation value after using given values: CC bond, C double bond, C carbon carbon double bond, C and H. Then by that way you are getting 5384.1 384. Then just to minus it, 5535 minus this value 5384.1, then you will get 151 kilojoule you will get. Hence correct answer is option C. Now next question I am telling you. 1 mole of a non-ideal gas undergoes a change of state, means from 2 atmospheric pressure, 3 liter and 95 K. Correct? It is converting into, listen carefully this question to understand. 1 mole of non-ideal gas undergo a change of state. What are that state? Then 2.0 atm means 2 atm. Correct? Means this pressure. 3.0 liter means that is a volume. 95 K means temperature. It is converting to 4.0 pressure change. Now it became 4. And volume became 5 liter. From 3 now it became 5 liter. And temperature from 95 K it converted to 245 K with a change in internal energy. Delta with a change in internal energy, that is a delta U is equal to 30.0 liter means 30 liter. Okay, delta U value is given. Change in internal energy. The change in enthalpy of the process you have to calculate. The change in enthalpy, that is a delta H, you have to calculate in a liter atmospheric pressure. Its 4 values given. First 40.0, second 42.3, third 44.0, fourth not defined because pressure is not constant. Okay, these 4 options are given. First I am telling you 40.0, second 42.3, third 44.0, fourth not defined because pressure is not constant. Okay, just to think how will you solve, which concept will apply, you think. After that I will tell you correct answer and its solution. Just to think. It will take hardly 10 second time, 10 to 15 second maximum, because you have to understand the question. Think. Its correct answer is 44. 44 is the correct answer. Liter atmosphere 44. How? Now I am telling you, listen carefully. Here you formula you know. H is equal to U plus PV, means change in energy plus work done. You know that formula. H is equal to U plus PV. Then as pressure is not constant, in the question pressure is not constant, pressure is changing. Then now delta H value first to calculate. Delta H value means H2 minus H1. H2 minus H1, that is the delta H, and delta U. Delta U, how will calculate? Then final minus initial. Final minus initial means U2 plus P2 V2, that is the final, minus initial U1 plus P1 into V1. Correct? Then after this, H2 minus H1 means you will get delta H. Then delta H is equal to, now you got U2 minus U1. After rearranging, because you got U2 plus P2 V2, H2 minus H1 is equal to, that is a delta H is equal to U2 plus P2 V2 minus U1 plus P1 V1. Product means final minus initial. Then now rearrange it. Then you will get U2 minus U1. Both U bring together, and both P2 V2 bring P2 V2 and P1 V1 bring together in one bracket. Then you will get U2 minus U1 plus P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Then U2 value is given 30 and U2 and U1 value is given in question 4 into 5. Correct? Now here this U2 and U1 value is given. Just a question you read. Question is given that pressure value is changing from 2 atmosphere to 4, and volume is changing from 3 liter to 5 liter, and temperature is changing from 95 K to 245 K. Correct? Then here U value is not given. You have to calculate change in enthalpy of the process in liter atmosphere. You have to calculate. Okay. Then now here how will calculate? Then this U2 you have arranged U2 minus U1 plus P2 into V2 minus P1 into V1. Then now here this P2 V2 V2 U2 minus U1 plus P2 V2 minus P1 V1, that you have to put the value. Then you will get 30 plus 4.5 minus 2 into 3 according to the question. U2 minus U1, that is the 30, plus P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Then P2 V2 value is pressure is final pressure is 5, and volume was final pressure was 4 and volume was 5. Then 4 into 5, that is the final P2 V2 value. P2 is equal to 4, V2 is equal to 5 minus P1 V1. Then pressure was 2 and volume was 3. Then now you add all 30 plus 20 minus 6, 30 plus 4 into 5, 20 minus 6, 2 into 3, that is the 6. Then you will get how much? 34. 4 into 5, 20 minus 6. How much you will get? 20 minus 6 means 14. 30 in the beginning it was there. 13 plus 14, that is the 44 liter atmosphere. Liter ATM, that is the correct option. Okay, hence 44 is the correct answer. You have to understand the question very clearly. Only then you can solve it. Again, just question I am repeating. 1 mole of non-ideal gas undergoes a change of state. Means pressure, volume and temperature. All three changed. Temperature changed to 4 and volume changed to 3, from 3 to 5, and temperature changed to 95 to 245 K with a change of internal energy delta U 30. It is given 30. That's why you have written 30 plus final minus initial P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Then you value came after putting all this value, delta U value and P1 V1, P2 V2 value minus P1 V1. Add all. Then that will be the change in enthalpy of the process in liter atmospheric. That is a 44. Question was a little you have to understand the question only, then you can solve it easily, but it is coming under tough question only. Today's last question I am discussing the enthalpy of vaporization from the following two equations are given is, 4 options are given. For what are the equation given, that you understand. H2 gas plus half O2 gas, it is giving H2O liquid, delta H is equal to minus 286 kilojoule. Second reaction, H2 gas plus half O2 gas, and product is H2O gas. In the beginning it was the H2O liquid. Now second equation, same reaction. First reaction, liquid was giving and delta H value was minus 286 kilojoule. Second, same reaction, H2 gas plus half O2 H2O, but now in gaseous form. Delta H is equal to minus 245.5 kilojoule. You have to calculate enthalpy of vaporization from the given reaction. You have to calculate enthalpy of evaporation. 4 values are given. First value 6.02 kilojoule. Second 40.5 kilojoule. Third 62.3 kilojoule. Fourth 1.25 kilojoule. Okay. Actually this question is asked in Tamil Nadu CET, and what I discussed earlier, that was asked in IIT. Okay. What we have just discussed now, that question was asked in IIT, and this question is asked in Tamil Nadu CET. Again I am repeating the question, today's last question. The enthalpy of evaporation from the following two equation is, first reaction H2 gas plus half O2 gas, H2O liquid, delta H is equal to minus 286 kilojoule. Second reaction, same reaction, H2 gas plus half O2 gas, product is H2O gas, not liquid. First case liquid, this case is gas. Delta H value is minus 245.5 kilojoule. Then you have to calculate enthalpy of evaporation. 4 values are given. First value is 6.02 kilojoule. Second 40.5 kilojoule. Third 62.3 kilojoule. Fourth 1.25 kilojoule. Okay. Just you think. After that I will tell correct answer and its solution I will tell you. Okay. Think. We can solve it within 10 seconds. Not more than that. Just to think. Its correct answer is 40.5 kilojoule. 40.5 kilojoule. Option B is correct. How? Now I am telling you. Question is a little difficult. Okay. It is also coming under tough question only, just to think it. Now I am telling you, already I have given time. Now I am telling you solution. How you will solve. Okay. Then now just you question you have to understand, only then you can solve. Then actually main is that in first case liquid was formed. In second case H2O gas was formed. Then what is the difference between two phase? That value you have to write, delta H value. Correct? If you understand, then quickly you can quickly you can solve it. H2O liquid is converting to H2O gas. Then what is the delta H? Then equation second minus equation 1. Equation second minus equation 1. Then you will get, after doing equation second minus equation 1, you will get 40.5 kilojoule. 286. Yeah. When in first reaction 286 value is given, second 245. And what is the difference? Correct? 286 kilojoule and 245.5 kilojoule. Then what is the this after the this difference? Difference equation second minus equation 1, you will get 40.5 kilojoule. Okay, hence correct option is B. Okay, now I am stopping only here. Next class again I will continue. Thank you.